perfect header off the back of Hetzke. And Kearney was there with Hales. And it's run for Powell. Hales! Nice little spontaneous attack from Charlton. They're all set up by the break down the right from Powell. Now Dixon suddenly with a bit of a chance. He's got some space wide on that right-hand side. Heale's coming up in support. But it wasn't a good ball from Kerry Dixon. If he'd laid it further back, I think they might have had more luck, because Heale had made a good run down the middle. So it's Beavon waiting to take the kick. While the referee had been over to have a word with the police officer about something that happened. I imagine something perhaps was said or thrown from the crowd. The header coming in. Oh, what a great header. Lovely header from Steve Hetzke, and that's a dream start for Reading. Completely unmarked. Here comes the corner. Steve Hetzke, 4 goals already this season. That one's number 5 from the moment it leaves his head. Hales that time getting it right. Switch wings and comes through, and Colin Powell makes it count. Well, that really came out of the blue, didn't it? Powell had come across to this near side, saw a bit of a chance, and went through, whacked it, and it may have taken a deflection on the way in. Here's a good chance to see it. Powell, determined run through from this. The right foot shot comes in there, took a bit of a deflection, and Steve Death stood no chance at 1 each.
Yes, come on.
Right, Kerry Dixon now for Reading, looking for the shot. Blocked beautifully by Madden. Oh, and Earles coming in and so nearly putting Reading in front. Well, that was a promising move from Reading, that one. Kerry Dixon just doing enough to force that ball wide. There's the effort from Kerry Dixon. The rebound there, and in comes Earles' left foot just past the post. Nice header down from Hetzke, but straight back in from Tydeman and Robinson. Good determined tackle by Phil Warman. That's aimed at Hales, and again Hetzke's there first. Now Walsh, left foot centre, does well. Hetzke away and straight back into trouble. What a ridiculous error by Jerry Williams. He headed it straight back in after Hetzke'd headed out, and Derek Hales, well, he doesn't have to have a go twice at those. Derek Hales, absolutely deadly if you give him the chance. Curious goal. Look at the header away from Hetzke. Back in by Williams. There's Hales. Straight past Steve Death. 2-1 to Charlton. Little surge of anticipation running through the crowd when Jerry Williams gets the ball. But he switched it now to Earles. Not a bad ball either. Well anticipated by Les Berry. Well, all right. It means he's conceded a corner, but there were 2 other Reading men running in behind him. Now the sun's gone in, so Nicky Johns takes off his sun hat. Beavon yet again with the Reading corner. Hetzke, good challenge coming in from Hetzke in the shot, not very cleanly hit. And the save, sprawling save at the far post by Nicky Johns. Tydeman to Naylor. Inside to Smith. Bowman again. To Gary Heale. Being forced a bit wide. He's got Bowman in the middle. Still Gary Heale. Oh, what a good shot that was. And only a first-class reflex save from Johns kept them ahead. Because that was a really scorching shot from Gary Heale. Put back in by Joslyn. Just over the top. And hooked away to safety by Laurie Madden. Well, suddenly Reading are coming back to life and taking the game to their opponents, and Charlton are wilting just a little bit. Fresh conviction perhaps for Reading. Put back in by Williams. It's not a very good centre. Safely gathered by Nicky Johns. So just over halfway through this second half, and it's the third division leaders, Charlton Athletic, fairly comfortably ahead at 2-1 now. Derek Hales on the ball for them at the moment. Driven hard. Death had to stretch up towards that one. And Charlton players claiming that he got a touch, and the referee agreeing. Derek Hales it was who whacked that shot in. There he is out on that far side. And the dispute was, did Death get a touch? The referee says yes. Well, it flicked off the crossbar, and it looks as if he didn't get a touch, but nevertheless, it's a corner to Charlton. Colin Powell to take this corner, which, as we've just seen, perhaps should not have been. Berry up there, and so nearly Charlton went 3-1 ahead with the header from Hales. And as we've already seen, well, that wouldn't have been terribly fair. Admittedly, the referee didn't have the benefit of the slow-mo as we did, but here's how close they came to making it 3-1. Hales with the header, just stopped by Steve Death. Sanchez trying to get a little combination going with Dixon. This is Earles on the left-hand side for a change. Right-footed, though. Right-footed player puts it back in, only for Tydeman to get it away to Gritt. It's not a bad ball upfield for Walsh either. Walsh is outnumbered at the moment. Little return ball, and Walsh is through for the third. Paul Walsh is through for the third goal, and that really was a nice build-up from Charlton. I think the Reading defence stood still for a moment, hoping that the offside flag would go. Walsh with a lovely run here, selling defenders' dummies all over the place, bursts through, takes the return pass. Offside perhaps? No, he wasn't. Left foot makes it 3-1.
A lovely goal, that's how it finished. A win, in fact, to add to the one that Charlton had at Blackpool in midweek. It means they've now had 10 away wins this season. That's a club record, and as you can see, it gives them